Mr. Undiana-Maichenko's whistle. Real Madrid and Espanyol. Real in their familiar white under the sunshine, bathing the Bernabeu. 55 degrees, just a light breeze and mostly sunny skies. The dark jerseys for Espanyol moving from right to left. Jose Hernandez, Eduardo Vizcayart on our Spanish language side, and glad you could join us here today. Round 23 on beIN Sports. Tucked inside, and Reyes now out wide for Aron.
This Espanyol side come in after a good away victory the last time they took to the road against Malaga. Well, they have some confidence, but they are missing a number of really good players. This is pretty football. Well played, Toni Kroos. Still alive.
Ronaldo and Reyes. Off to the near side. Aron. Looks like they have slid Reyes to the inside, so the Tico Oscar Duarte and David Lopez will man that right side of the defense. Here is the Costa Rican international. His compatriot getting a day off on the other side. It is Kiko Casilla, who, along with Diego Lopez, deputies for a long time for Iker Casillas, are both getting the start here today.
Of course, the great magisterial Iker Casillas, Phil, if you give him his full name. Wonderful to watch. Two of the greatest goalkeepers that the good Lord has ever bestowed upon planet Earth in the Champions League coming up. The great Buffon against Casillas for Porto.
What's his official name?
Magisterial Saint Iker Casillas.
Must need a second page on the birth certificate. Ball flipped through, flying forward. Diop, normally known as a defensive midfielder, and now we know why. Senegalese international whistled for the foul. Good look at Zinedine Zidane. It is a home match
with the players that he's folded into his wonderful recipe of success last year and this year. And still people out there saying he's not a coach, he's just a manager. You gotta be kidding me. He's absolutely marvelous in living up to his great name that he established as one of the legends of world football, making his name as a wonderful coach, in my opinion, Phil. He's been tactically flexible. He's shifted big players around. They've never dropped an octave. They've been absolutely living up to their manager's high standards. That's a good ball if he meant it, Pepe. I think he did. Portuguese to Portuguese, look out.
Heading inside for Ronaldo. Kroos.
Got to be one of the best passers of the football on the planet, Toni Kroos, Phil.
Tackled away, but Espanyol holding on.
Well played, Mateo Kovacic.
Kroos looking for movement, finally gets rid of it in time.
See the applause from this crowd straight over when Mario just picked the pocket, stepped in to Espanyol's in that midfield. This crowd being weaned on some of the greatest football players that we've ever witnessed in world football, but they love grit and determination even more. I think it's fair to say it. They want effort and they won't let you drop down one rung on the ladder.
Might not be a better server on these restarts,
well
but
said,
that
Phil.
one falls short. See the helmet, the Peter Cech-like helmet on Pablo Piatti.
Unbelievable. Tell us the story now, not later, about this wonderful little Argentine that's brave as a Bengal tiger. Got a fractured skull, you told me. And he's still playing.
Hurt back in the match against Malaga on February 4th. Actually, after he was hurt, scored the goal that helped them beat the Anchovies, and it wasn't until after the match that they realized there was something wrong. So they made him sit out for 10 days, but the doctors say it is okay, but he does have to have that extra protection. So he might actually need surgery at the end of the season.
And what's wrong with him?
A fractured skull.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Argentina. That's an Argentina man. Fractured skull, born in Ucacha, Argentina. Little Pablito Piatti, Fractured skull? Nah, nothing.
On loan from Valencia. Che looking perhaps to sell him to the Parakeets before the season is up. Talk about Zidane as well. Kind of intriguing. Actually called his son Luca, the Fabrica's goalkeeper, the 18-year-old, up for the roster this week.
Piatti just stretching that leg there as a wonderful ball triggered in by Tony Kroos into the dark invader. Tight passing lane. Tony goes for it and comes within a toenail of finding Cristiano. In all positive passes, Tony Kroos. There's no negativity about him. It's always the positive pass first, and then he looks for keeping possession. Look out.
Ronaldo's cross deflected. Can they try and keep it in? Maybe they shouldn't have. Looking to pounce on it, Morata, but it is cleared back to midfield. 15-4-1 for Real Madrid. Just that one defeat, but they have not been beaten at home. They are 9-2-0, outscoring the opposition 29-4.
Nice haircut, Pepe. Taking a book, not a leaf, out of the library of Cristiano. Cristiano's words finally getting through to Pepe in his barber.
Goes off the deflection, looks, sweeps it inside. Ronaldo tries to drag it away, but no. Zic tracking it down. Varane playing on his off foot, swinging over from right to left in the absence of Ramos, keeping Pepe at his more comfortable right side.
On about Espanyol when they took to the road against that Malaga side. It's a tremendous win there, but against Sociedad at home in front of their crowd, going down 2-1. Also lost to Valencia. I saw that game struggling. It was Valencia, but they come alive that day. Look out.
Moreno out wide, tries to force it in. He'll have to settle for a corner. That loss against Sociedad snapped a string of 3 straight victories for Espanyol to get them back in the European picture. What a job by Quique Sanchez Flores.
Yes. Ex-Real Madrid player himself, Quique.
See center of his 6. Lays his line, flipped up and over. A decent try.
Zidane won't like that one.
David Lopez off target.
Lopez free as a bird in the park here. And a poor header. Doesn't have much to do in terms of locking his focus on the ball. Beautifully flighted, and Zidane will be all over that one at half-time. Coming in away from all of the defenders. Free header. Situations like that against this team in this Lions den, you've got to take your chances, as infrequent as they come.
Just past Piatti. There you see the helmet, all 5'4" of him. Still the smallest player in La Liga, if I recall. Plays with a much bigger heart. Varane.
He's taller than Munayin?
Shorter than.
Shorter, sorry. Munayin, tall as a shotgun, just as dangerous.
Looking forward, caresses it near side. Carvajal just needed more on it, but Vasquez gets there.
Beautiful ball into
Isco, Vasquez, near post. Morata couldn't get it. Decent defense in the back. I think it was Reyes curving his body around. Not the checks, but surrounded.
Tirado that picks up that ball, very cool in front of his own back line and playing it back. It's a confident start by Espanyol.
Bit of a different look also. Looks like they're going 3 in the back. Espanyol under Flores.
And for a split second, then it goes to 5.
Aron on this near side. Looks like Gerrard has slid over to the right.
Here. Unlucky not to find Morata. Well defended along the back by Duarte.
Looked on by Carvajal. By the way, don't forget to use the hashtag #BeinLaLiga. And Rasha Alam saying that getting a final chance, or finally getting a chance to enjoy a match the way it's supposed to be. Well, thanks to you.
Good lad, Rasha.
I think it might be a lass. We miss her too.
Really? Excuse me.
To the near side, Kovacic back to Toni Kroos, off to Pepe.
How deep he drops back, and again switching, he'll play it, and again
they've stuck Reyes
even his
in that point
backward
position.
motion passes Toni Kroos, curl forwards.
What a cross he had midweek in Champions League play. Vasquez tries to create an inch, but Piatti shut it down.
Kept it in.
Just out for the corner. 16 straight at home in league play without defeat for Real Madrid. I mentioned in the pregame, Ray, they have never won the title when Espanyol has won in Madrid. So a bit of a bellwether game here today. Kroos into the middle, knotted down, and Pepe, goal at his mercy, sends it wide.
Well, he's got defenders in front of him here, and they fall in front of him. Right there. Oh, it's a fish up a tree finish by Pepe. Sergio Ramos and Marcelo looking down, saying, I was hoping James, ex-Envigado man, saying I could have put that one away.
They're just taking a look back. At least by my count, this is the first time this season that Espanyol, at least in league play, has gone out with a 3-back. So a bit of a wrinkle from Quique Sanchez Flores to try and stymie this Real Madrid side. Gerard Moreno moved away from his forward role, doing a lot of the dirty work on that right side.
Great ball.
In, chance to beat the
Nicely.
back. Cut back by Morata, tries to drop it for Isco, but tackled away.
Wonderful quick feet from Morata. His feet continue to dance. Trying to find Isco on the inside. Sliding tackle comes in from Duarte. It puts him on his back like a turtle. The next one comes in, David Lopez. And he shimmies and shakes past him. Just cannot find it.
Happy fans in the background as Kroos looking to send this one into the 6. Out comes the strong fingers of Lopez to grab hold. Out quickly to Piatti. Slight of stature, but quick of feet, but forced back by Vasquez.
Ooh.
Chance to beat that back line, but no, Gerard just offside.
Well, Quique Sanchez Flores saying it better be offside. This was very close when he picks this ball up. Oh, man alive, he's onside by a lunar mile. That's a terrible call from that referee on the far side, whose name is, Phil?
Jesus Zancada.
Jesus, indeed. That's what the Espanyol fans were shouting in sacrilege. What a bad call that was.
Good timed run, though.
Beautiful
Maybe can
pass
catch them.
over that distance, seeing the space behind the back line.
Long ball forward, but too far for Carvajal.
What's Jesus' second name, Phil?
Jesus Zancado's middle name?
Yeah.
Have to do some digging there. Good look at
Look at this. That's the way to compose it. And he's having a word with the VAR official. Says, yeah, it won't happen again, Quique, we promise. And denied Phil. He was in 1 against none. As far as the defenders were concerned, and had Kiko Casilla at a wonderful distance. Well, it's gone now. Sadly for Espanyol.
Big chance, Ronaldo dropping back. Different look with Ronaldo out there alongside Morata. And when Benzema gets the chance.
Quickness of that turn from Mateo Kovacic. Two players on him, spinning and turning like a cork in a champagne bottle. No way through, so they keep possession. Really good aspect about Real Madrid nowadays is their possession game, their tiki-taka, but then the fangs come out. Magic from Mateo.
Kovacic trying to flip it through, but blocked. Diop getting some help. Aron pushing it forward, but off target, and Pepe wins it back.
As we see Mateo Kovacic mature as a footballer, since we've seen him emerge out of his shell, with his wonderful footballing feathers still in full bloom, you see the quickness of his thought, his feet, and his agility physically happening in front of our eyes. He's quick, I feel now. There's sharpness to Mateo Kovacic. It's a pass.
Morata on that far flank tries to loft it in for Ronaldo. Might have been deflected before Vasquez can get there. Aron with the touch and out for the corner.
Old Spanish youth international Aaron Martin Tadisol. Good fullbacks emerging in Spain, Phil.
Once again, this one to the spot, but headed away, top of the box. No chance for Isco.
You're not going to go in for that header.
Challenged by Piatti, and Carvajal's header goes awry, but one right back. Strong steps, pushes it wide. Burst of speed from Isco, but a nice tackle, Gerard Moreno.
Ball from Mateo Kovacic there.
Nacho, and it's kept in play. Our side, Lucas, allowing Ronaldo a little run in the middle. Out wide, Isco with the dart for Morata. Ronaldo again makes the run, but unrewarded. Morata surrounded by four, kisses it wide. Isco back inside, a curler that Reyes gets in the way of.
Nice touch from Morata.
And the loose balls just seem to be falling to the white-clad Madridistas. Isco again. It back, Nacho on the overlap, and a strong challenge and an unlucky bounce for Real.
He's barking up the wrong tree here, but he is making his case categorically. Lovely touch here by Nacho. Wonderful reach in, and that's a corner kick. It's the left foot. Here's that wonderful pass. Take a look. I'm not buying that line either.
Sports.com for all the latest on La Liga and few surprises around the world of soccer. Great performance by Atleti, at least in the second half.
Kevin Gamero.
The Twitter handles, and don't be afraid to use hashtag #BeInLaLiga. In Isco, thought about it, drags to the goal line, rattles around for the corner.
And look, he's trying to find Morata on the inside. Morata checks his run. It's wonderful. Stop and start by the little bandy-legged, bearded beauty. Inside of the box, he keeps his cool head, but defenders converge on him. Good ball. Nicely again.
Cuts back to his right. Wide for Kroos. Angle changes. Back for Isco, but off target. Fuego a little too close for comfort for Morata. Isco keeping his balance. Should referees call that in the box?
Yeah.
That would be a big change.
And the sumo wrestling going on inside the box. You turn a blind eye.
Another tweet,
Sometimes
hashtag
both of them.
Be in La Liga. Morata better than Suarez if he gets more minutes. Well, one of them is leading the race for the Golden Boot. Morata is not that one. See what he does today when he gets his chance. Aldo again, very mobile.
Nice
from Isco.
Beautiful feet.
Carvajal. Lucas back on the right. Gets the cross in, but well covered.
What a good jousting game here. Real Madrid's St. George against these Dragons of Espanyol. They're holding up though.
In edge of the six, flying in Pepe over the back. Whistle silent though.
Another great delivery into the danger area. Oh!
Get in. Ronaldo's there, but so is Lopez.
There's 1 degree taken off of that ball from Kovacic, and it is find its target. But just squirts away. Wonderful in its failure by Kovacic, trying to squeeze that one through to Lucas Vázquez.
Rather making sure everything's in the right place. Anyway, getting back to that Morata and Suarez situation, just onside there. Morata 6 goals in about 750 minutes. In about twice as many minutes, Suarez 3 times as many goals.
Marti and Lopez doing an admirable job covering up. Look out.
Here's Moreno in the middle, but the pass goes awry.
Danger man in the helmet there. And Piatti being able to find that, threaded it through to the number 19. Would have been again cutting in.
See Moreno sliding to the inside a bit of a different wrinkle now from Sanchez, but
giveaway.
In retreat. Vázquez trying to fight his way through, got tangled with Fuego, but the whistle from Undiano Mayenko is silent.
You call it a tangle, I'm calling it a pull. There seemed to be a blatant pullback on Lucas Vázquez. Very poorly giving the ball away, but referee again on this side not calling it.
Hugo Reyes pinning himself in a corner, the young
Take
Mexican.
a look at this. There you go. Clear as the mole on Cindy Crawford's face. Oh, how can they miss that?
Because Vázquez agrees. Left inside, flies past 2. Third man in, Vázquez, but offside.
23 minutes in, Kike Sanchez Flores going to be very happy with the way his back 5 are holding up to this battering ram of Real Madrid. Real Madrid have let a couple of big fish off the hook from set pieces in front of Diego Lopez. They've also had their little threats and their escapades forward. Marcelo keeping the powder dry. Ames the same. Twitching like greyhounds in the traps.
Kovacic popped you up. Got a bit of the Croatian. And it looks like he needs some help.
Maybe a case of accidental here. As the 2 men go in, yeah, it's purely accidental. Piop wins the ball beautifully, but that red stuff's supposed to be on the inside, and they're going to have to take him off here, Phil.
Yeah, you see, it's like a puncher's cut right underneath the eye.
Piop goes up, the follow through is what happens, and Matteo goes to challenge, and it's Diop's follow through That wonderful punchy header that he wins fair and square. It just catches Matteo as he turns around. You'll see here, Diop goes in. Matteo ain't ever going to back down. A wonderful ex-Dinamo Zagreb man. Internazionale. Tough stuff. 22-year-old. Austrian-born.
Out of Linz.
Proud of his Croatian upbringing. That's nasty. We've all got to have a scarf. You want to be a real footballer? He's got a few.
He's caused a few. Trying to compress it, but again, that's probably going to need a stitch or two. But
a couple of staples, Phil. I hope to see the staple gun. I love that staple gun.
Not a big fan of the super glue.
Like, glue them things now? Winding me up again, Phil.
20 minutes left to go. First half, no score.
Went for it though, didn't he? And Zidane won't mind. Lovely attempt by Varane. There you go. Little bit of band-aid.
Band-aid might cause more of a concern than the cut itself, it appears. Right under his eyelid. Bale still on the bench. James and Marcelo also looking on. Atletico with a well, not really come back, but beautiful touch. Tucked inside by Ronaldo, but cleared away at the last moment. Duarte. Isco with the tackle, but it's out.
Wonderful
for the goal
play
kick.
from the dark invader. Draws in David Lopez, I believe. He has the hocus pocus, all in one motion. My ex-teammate Teofil Cubillas used to make an art of that. Yeah, we see it in full, beautiful slow motion. David Lopez says this is not normal. He has another worthwhile look at it. The ball's in midair when he turns it over and around and emasculates the ex-Napoli man. Brilliant from Cristiano.
Beating Duarte, catching the back of Morata. And now a tackle sends Kovacic down again, and the card will come out on Gerard. Gerard Moreno.
Hard-working, 24-year-old. But it's a forwards tackle, all right, isn't it? It's not a tackle. A pure falta. On run without your legs, Matteo.
Shy of the half-hour mark, the German launching it in. There's Morata, and he flips it up and over, but it wouldn't have counted anyway.
Varane and Morata after the races, they're saying no. Let's see again. These offside calls have been called very, very close. That's clearly offside, that one.
Three players seem to be caught by that back line.
Yeah. Wonderfully timed run. But Espanyol a little fortunate there, but correct call.
From Diop, flips it into the center for Jurado. The ex-Atleti man brought back from Watford. This was Quique Sanchez, in fact, out for the throw-in. Again, at least offensively sliding to the front line. Control the pass in, and Nacho plays it back to his keeper. Garcia and Diego Lopez both joined Real Madrid at the exact same time, although a 5-year age difference, both of them joining back in 2000. Both of them left in 2007, but Lopez did come back before then moving on to Milan. Yati, but he missed his target, finding Vasquez instead. Here's Ronaldo from an angle all the way to the back post, and somehow Morata misses it.
Well, not sure if this is a shot or a pass, but the way Cristiano's been playing lately, it may well have been an intentional pass. Yeah, I think it is. I think he's going for the attack at the back post, which is attacked with venom. But Real Madrid, unluckily, in front of goal again.
There's 7 corners in the opening half hour. Flash of sevens. Gerrard getting it out.
Yeah. Oh, nicely.
Isco with the tip cap.
Beautiful.
Ball front. Ronaldo will not make a mistake. But maybe the linesman does. How close was it as it's waved off again?
Well, all of these chances of being called into question. Oh, man alive, that's as close as you get. He's maybe a lick of hair gel off, but I think that's close to being level. Very, very close. Here's the ball attacked at the back post for Morata. Sliding in. Duarte covering up as best he can again.
Maybe
wonderful
attack
by Real Madrid. Time and time again. That was very, very close. Offside call. Maybe the linesman got that one wrong.
Fans appreciating Ronaldo's performance in this opening half. Isco trying a Carvajal-like pass, but not quite the same result. Chance for Piatti. He was all by his lonesome.
That's going to be the case. This is a wonderful game of cut and thrust football. Real Madrid doing all the cutting, a part of Espanyol, but Espanyol living on the counter-attack here today. Being very close to finding one-on-one situations with Kika Casilla, but not able to penetrate that back line yet. Any real threat to Casilla's net, other than that one in the early part of the first half with that beautiful ball faded over the top of the back, but see, it was offside. Good game. 0-0, duck eggs, plenty of action.
Forward, that slashing run from Vasquez maybe gets a second chance. Reyes forced to put it out.
Back post on.
Isco finds him, and finding the net, Morata, and this one will not be denied.
Ingenious football from the little bearded, bandy-legged beauty, Isco. Morata peels away from his defender like tissue on a toilet roll and rises magnificently, stoops, and V passes the ball into the net with a big bucket full of knuckles header. But it's Isco with that lynx eye vision. One touch, two touch, drips a bit of honey on it, and look at that pass. A wonderful pint of beer dropped into a thimble on the back post. That's a magisterial pass from Isco. Look, he's already seen where it should be. He invites the header onto it. It's not directly into Morata, it's into the space in front of Morata. He gets all of his calculations arriving. Look at that header. His neck twisting like Linda playing The Exorcist. Beautiful. 1-0. The Whites.
The players who have been forced to the sideline and the bench in recent games combining for the opening goal. Goal number 7 now.
With this burgeoning talent that this Real Madrid have built into their midfield, and young talent, hungry talent like this little beauty on the ball, how Zidane keeps them all happy, Phil, is something exceptional. And I've said it and said it and said it. The likes of Mateo Kovacic and Isco chomping at the bit to get in. And then you've got the regulars like Toni Kroos and Casemiro, and the other Croatian international, of course, and there's more behind them. How Zidane keeps them all happy is a masterful piece of management.
Now with Gareth Bale back healthy. Good run. What can he do with it? Ronaldo walking the tightrope. Headed away by Reyes.
Look at Modric again. These are amazing players. Any of them would be able to be dropped into any football team in the world, and they'd probably be the most impressive midfielder the way things are going nowadays. They're stacked, Real Madrid. It's been built for the future. The present's looking bright. It's a great player. Wonderful football. Wonderful again.
Well, pass square. Ronaldo didn't hear Diop, and it's poked free.
Carvajal wanting that little dink over the top from Cristiano.
Espanyol had an early chance this half from David Lopez, but couldn't convert. Since then, pretty much all Real Madrid, but still just a 1-0 scoreline. Isco held his run. Morata's pass goes awry. Reyes has not seen much of the ball.
Oh, that's absolutely amazing how Morata kept that one in for Nacho. Comes to Isco.
Ronaldo at the penalty spot. Nacho. His cross off Duarte. Like Keylor Navas out of Saprissa.
Real Madrid got that makeup game against Valencia coming up
Wednesday, right here on BN Sports. Let's go again. And Nacho back to his right foot. Slipped away, and so did the chance.
Doesn't rush his opportunity, doesn't pull the trigger, keeps possession. That's the type of consideration Zidane's been building into them. There's no need to rush when we've got players like this on the ball.
Nacho drives it in. Morata, second chance. And as he lifts it over the defender, it's off target.
It's wonderful football is what it is again. Isco, with his mutant fly's eye vision, plays in Nacho, sees the front post attacked. And this is good covering again from Espanyol. Their defenders have been more than applaudable in covering up. This time it's Oscar Duarte, the Costa Rican international, who's having a fine game, Phil, alongside David Lopez, but he can only keep that back door shut for so long against this Real Madrid side. Windows of opportunity are there. They've been through the window, burglarizing Espanyol time and time again, but only one on the score sheet. But what a one, what a goal.
I think he might have a fan there, and so does Isco. 40th minute approaches.
We're all bearded beauties here tonight. In fashion, I guess.
You ever grow a beard?
Never. Wouldn't grow one now.
Maybe mutton chops. That would be good.
A turn.
Vasquez just got away from him, and as he reaches out, whistled for the foul. Maybe getting a touch of revenge on Javi Fuego in the process.
Here again, the look at this on its way. There's no defending it because it's a perfect pass and it's an immaculate header, and there's the wonderful disco celebration. Barry White. Had to work for it against his team though. And again, Phil, a little bit of sympathy for Espanyol, missing some key players in this matchup. You need all of your best players when Real Madrid are in fettle like this.
Sanchez, even Lopez was hurt. Batistao missing. Navarro, and then Fuego, Reyes, and Piatti all playing with injuries.
Now, Enrique Sanchez Flores could step in. 52-year-old. He's a good right back. And he's there. Nice touch.
Volkswagen halftime show coming up with all of the highlights and recaps, including Cristiano Ronaldo's little touch of magic.
Cape isn't as good at that over distance. Wonderful Pepe, showing again he's got everything that the great Barcelona central defender has when he wants to play the long ball.
Way by Duarte.
Oh,
chance
nicely.
for Piatti.
Aye.
Oh, almost got stomped on in the process, but he refuses to quit.
Yellow card, and there's can't be any arguing. The captain's going to argue the toss, but really, Matteo just comes across him and clips little Pablito. High hurdles over the top of him, both lads in the battlegrounds. It's a good look for a footballer.
Wide near side for Aaron Martin, 19-year-old left back.
Nice player, this kid.
Looked at perhaps for a future Spain left back, currently on their under-19 squad. Still in play on that tightrope near side. Looks for Piatti, but Pepe got there first. They started nearly 3 months for Pepe on that back line. Got his cleats on the right feet here tonight.
Absolutely, and a wonderful release. Look at that. His boots aren't made in China. There ain't no lead in Pepe's boots.
Lying in Varane, a little lead-footed. And it will be a throw-in box high for Espanyol. Nice idea, but not met at the receiving end. Varane escorts it out. It seemed to be swept off the young Frenchman.
That's a right call.
A second here. 44th minute approaches. Ronaldo 2 to beat. This time drops it back. Close with the long switch. Piatti, even with the fractured skull, throws his head in the way, and then his feet.
Well played.
Soft touch. Injured in a victory in which he scored to help them win.
He's 27-year-old. He's bounced around in the days since we've been calling the games. Phil started, was it Estudiantes? Remember him playing some wonderful football in Valencia.
And Almeria.
Almeria as well.
With Unai Emery. Driven across, just meeting it. Vasquez past the outstretched boot of Morata. That was close.
Wonderful ball from Cristiano out wide. Again, seeing some inviting targets arriving centrally and towards the back. He goes towards the back, but again, beautifully covered. This time again, Gerard Moreno doing his donkey work in defence. Nice little team, this Espanyol side, with the injuries that they've got, and really are trying to make a alley fight out of this, but a wonderful goal to open it up.
Nacho, the converted center back. Now Ronaldo.
Quick feet again.
Maybe not the fountain of
Good
youth,
run,
but he's
beautiful
sharpening
play
things.
again. Lovely
Vasquez
feed.
in, Morata tries to take the shot, gets tangled with Lopez. Undiano Mayenko had a good look and says no foul.
Again, wonderful from Cristiano, running parallel to the black shirts. Lovely little dagger ball in, played through beautifully from Vasquez. Nice lead.
David Lopez seemed to get in front of him at the last moment.
Very, very close, like a simultaneous strike through and tackle. Morata going for the hit, but Lopez just getting there a nanosecond in front of him. Almost simultaneous connection. Referee says no penalty.
Bounces away from Pepe, high into the air, Carvajal, and hands it back to his keeper, Casilla. Almost through that 1 minute of added time. Under fire for much of the first half, but only beaten once. 1-0 thanks to Morata's 7th of the season at the half.
A gem of a goal to separate these two teams. Matteo and Cristiano have needed to work for this. Referee had some tough decisions to make. There was some arguable offsides, both sides of the pitch, but this one was the absolute Koh-i-Noor diamond and the highlight of this wonderful cat and mouse game. He's a tiger.
Volkswagen halftime show comes your way next. The stairs, a little shorter than some of his teammates, but needs to come up big.
Some work needs to be done. Pepe, the captain, will know this coming out. I need that insurance goal, Phil. Only one goal, only one shot on target here for Real Madrid, surprisingly, if you believe statistics, which I know you do. I have a problem with them things, but...
Facts, Ray, facts, that's what we call them. Alvaro Morata, 3 goals against Espanyol. And again, missing some time over in Serie A. Espanyol, his favorite target. And Isco, well, he hit the bullseye. And Casilla makes sure it's cashed in for 3 points. Fans making their way back to their seats. Not a bad seat in the house at the Bernabeu.
Being nice and elusive. There's another mask coming in here. What is this?
Batman
Spartacus?
and Robin, I think. As they get set to make the switch, and Hernan Perez, the Paraguayan.
Another brave lad coming in, the ex-Villarreal.
Second half underway. The goal from Alvaro Morata, the difference in this one. Espanyol switches sides. The dark jerseys off to the left now, which is where Real Madrid will target. One change at the half as Hernan Perez checking in, the soon-to-be 28-year-old from Asunción, Paraguay, ex of Villarreal. Bill Shane alongside Ray Hudson, and glad you could join us here today. Hernandez Eduardo Vizcayart on our Spanish language side.
You know that Gareth Bale will make his entrance and have a wonderful rapturous response from this crowd. When it'll be, who knows, depending on the scoreline. When Gareth comes in, I would think that it'll be if Real Madrid can get that second one. Put this game to bed with 2 hot water bottles. Look out.
Although again looking for an ability to turn that corner, but couldn't. Perez's clearance intercepted by Nacho, and then the masked man commits the foul. Kovacic looked like he had some work done, maybe already had the stitches with that iodine-like tincture stain on his cheek. Clash of heads with Pop Diop in the first half. So we have Kovacic doing his best Rocky impression. Pablo Piatti with a good, although a mini Peter Cech impression, and now Hernan Perez with that face mask to protect his cheekbone.
Horrible. It's a horrible thing. I worn one of those masks once and I ended up tearing it off. It was really, it limits your vision no matter how big they cut those holes around your eyes, Phil. And the Piatti helmet, that's okay. There's the Welsh samurai warms up. And masks are horrible. An intimate area, of course, not a place for a footballer. Medics nowadays says you've got to wear it or you're not going to be able to play.
It is, I guess, in some ways a bit funny, and I guess a bow towards modern medicine. The fact that Piatti and Perez are able to go out there, even making jokes about Batman and Robin in the pre-match warm-ups. Here is Piatti on the far side. Little change of pace. Isco with the lasso, and a card coming out with a cynical foul.
One of the lads in the production room corrected me. I call him the bearded bandy-legged beauty, and they say in America they call him bow-legged.
Bow-legged.
Like bandy.
Bandy-legged. It's better. It's more poetic. I think some people out there thought you said Bambi-legged.
Idiots. Yeah,
49th minute, halfway done.
Oh, unlucky.
Just skips away, and there's Pepe again.
Nice ball into Moreno there. Nice kiss here. Well tackled from Diop.
Hustled by Perez, the Paraguayan. Taquari and Libertad before heading over to Europe. Approaching 30 caps. Big part of their national team.
Oh, well played, Matteo.
And now a chance for Morata, 3v3 if they hurry. Morata with help
Good
from Ronaldo,
brilliant.
uses him.
Back post
Ronaldo
on.
squares it, but Duarte in the way.
Stabs it low, maybe should have went high. And again, that wonderful cover from Quique Sanchez-Flores' defence. They are absolutely doing their... Look at the defending here. Once Cristiano gets in, there's 4 black shirts covering on that near post. They're taking a miraculous ball to find the white shirt in there.
Not that he never passed, but have you noticed in recent weeks the fact that Cristiano Ronaldo seems to be looking more pass first?
Which is a good thing. I mean, he has been criticised a lot of times for being perhaps a little too selfish when teammates have been open. It's certainly been fed into his game, whether it's been an intentional element fed in by Zidane, I'm not so sure. I think Cristiano just recognising open players a lot quicker now. Here's another one.
Cross, Morata was there. Flag stays down, cleared away by Lopez. Perez won't get there in time. Back three, David Lopez, Duarte and Reyes have been under pressure from the opening whistle. And they've only cracked once. For all of the facts, as you call them. Did I get the accent right?
Alternate truths, Phil. Them statistics.
Still just the 1 goal in the difference here. Real Madrid at the same point for 70% possession. Only 3 shots and only 1 on goal, the one that went in. Skips away from Gerard Moreno. Over to the far side, Carvajal let it run, but kept it in till it was touched away for the throw. Thomas on the bench. Marcelo, Casemiro, Mariano and Asensio, but all eyes on Gareth Bale. Only missing Ramos and Danilo at the moment due to injury. There is Bale again.
And Marcelo, don't forget Marcelo. Casemiro as well, warming the oil through the engine, but it'll be the Welshman everybody will be looking forward to coming in seeing for a good few game time minutes against a team that's been proven to be resilient. And Gareth Bale is going to be coming in facing a deep-lying team, which is going to restrict the amount of space that he likes to have to attack.
Espanyol did win their last match against Malaga away from home, snapping 3 straight without, as Ronaldo trying to elude Javi Fuego, held up, and now a lovely parting gift for Fuego.
I think he's pulling back on Cristiano, who is elusive as Bernie Madoff on this run. Again, there's a little clip by Papa Diop, but there's the hold, and clearly. And they'll set him up for that Winchester right foot.
4th card of the match, 2 against the Real Madrid midfielders Kovacic and Isco.
It's a lovely distance for him. It's a tough one because it hasn't got the angle, and a lot of times players like him prefer the angle than coming on plumb to Kiko Casilla.
Couldn't it also be tough enough for the goalkeeper, considering the fact he does not have a direction to lean in?
No.
Dead on, Lopez about a yard off his line. They used to do this in training all the time. From 25, driving it into the wall, second crack with the left, but he couldn't find the trigger. Perez touching it free, but too many white shirts around.
When you have that angle, the variation becomes a lot easier than having it dead center. And it's been proven there.
Right on the protected noggin of Piatti.
Especially when the goalkeeper can read it from a central position. If he does go left or right, a lot of times keepers are more comfortable in those situations.
Ronaldo stepping up, pass goes off to Ronaldo, tries to cut back to his right, but no. Kovacic scooping it, Nacho to the middle, cleared away. Yup, battling the Croat.
Great play!
Mateo fights it free. Strong step up by Diego Reyes. Maybe advantage played. Wide for Lucas. And a sprawling tackle by Aron.
Wonderful strength from the Croatian. Mario Kovacic stepping across the defenders that are coming onto his ball, making it his own, keeping the attack alive.
But 7 of those corners in the opening 10 minutes. Ball sent across, intercepted before it reaches Morata. Nacho there to sweep it back. Kroos back from suspension, has a go from long range and does not miss by much. It's never quite dropped.
Take a look how far he misses this one by.
Just to keep him honest. We're 3-3 away from home for Espanyol. They've done that, scoring only 12 goals in their 10 away. In a stiff defense, only 5 teams with a better defensive mark.
Second half's been a lot more threatening for Real Madrid, pushing back the black shirts.
High in the air off the head of
disappointed he doesn't get more of this one for Cristiano. Overhit that cross more than underhit it, especially when he's covered on that inside. You need to give him something to get his trampoline out for. and really catapult himself in the air. He's still well capable of that. All a little flat for him. This one won't be.
Swinger. Edge of the 6. Well defended, headed out. A little slip from Isco, and it's 3v2 if they hurry. Out wide. Perez pushing forward. Forced wide by Carvajal. Cuts to the inside. Still on it, Perez.
Oh.
But they're going to whistle here. A foul called against Perez, maybe showing the cleats.
In handball.
Did it pop up and hit him? Ref says yes.
Varane comes in. Oh, it's a bit harsh, but still.
Can that be intentional?
I'll tell you. Very debatable, isn't it? I mean, the ball just ricochets up onto him. There's certainly no intention to play the ball, but in that situation, the referee calling it in tight one.
Should they get rid of intent?
Maybe.
There's so many times you see a defender in the box, the ball pops up and hits him in the hand, and they declined to call the penalty, saying he didn't have time to react.
Tried it every which way. Natural positions, supernatural positions, unnatural positions.
There's Cristiano Ronaldo in his natural position.
Oh.
The deflected shot, though, parried wide.
And does everything right. And again, Quicksilver feet by him. It was a beautiful little touch to set himself up with the shot. And the ball's curling towards the side netting before the outstretched boot just takes it away.
Let's go dropping back. Ripped away from Vasquez. Hour mark approaches. Espanyol's already gone to the bench once. Morata tends to be one of those players that gets substituted. Although Benzema given the day off.
I don't think they'll be substituting Morata in this game, Phil. I think Zidane will let him stay and feast on a better supply once Gareth comes in.
Out wide. And by the way, Ray, at the time of his goal, as Casemiro will be the next in, at the time of his goal, Morata 7 goals in 700 minutes. Karim Benzema just 6 in over 1,000. More argument for Morata.
Oh, it's a very harsh call.
Would they have called it the other way? Perhaps another question.
Don't be stirring the pot, Phil. It's a great counter-attack again. Whereas, let's just call him unfortunate. Getting the call against him.
Oscar Espinosa asking, would we consider Carvajal one of the best right backs, and how great is Morata?
Great.
Well, that was easy.
Absolutely, Carvajal.
Into the area, Perez.
I'd put another piece of butter on that and say that Real Madrid have the 2 best wing backs in world football, in Carvajal and the great Marcelo. And they've got good cover.
Kovacic ruled to a foul.
What's with that? It's good Croatian meat and potatoes as Matteo comes out. Sad, wonderful look, lovely black eye to show his lass. Once he's finished, I'll have a shiner in the morning. But this player, along with Morata, developing, they're beefing out, Phil. We've seen them as young cherubs come in through Internazionale and Real Madrid, Morata and Kovacic, but really muscularity now starting to come into effect.
Chested
really
down, Perez low
well.
to the near post.
Unlucky Pepe not even to get the distance on his header, but beautifully covered by Kiko.
We haven't talked about with Keylor Navas drawing a few unwelcome spotlights. Maybe a chance for Casilla to grab more time. Into the middle,
That
Kroos
one was
heads it
close.
away.
Toni Kroos had to get there in front of Papa Diop.
Vasquez out wide. Isco back to
Oh,
Vasquez.
back
Two on the
post,
far
son.
side. Morata makes the run, but the pass falls shy. Let's go. Back to Vasquez. A clash of 17s, and Perez couldn't put on the brakes in time.
Pulls him down. Contact's there, and there's a pull. The referee was going to play advantage until the pullback.
Sports.com for all of the latest, as you've been doing throughout the day. And don't forget to use our hashtag #BeInLaLiga. Sergio Ramos in the upper reaches.
Arguably the most irreplaceable player for Real Madrid. Arguably, I said.
Kroos didn't quite work according to plan. Nacho back to Kroos, flicked on Pepe, and now he's out of position, but there's no one upfield. That one brought down with a hand, said the referee. Vasquez, a dismissive nod. Actually, it did seem to come off the bicep. Good eyes from Undiano Mayenko. Eight and 6 for Espanyol. 9th in the table coming in. Could climb to 7th if they can find an upset here. Well, Real Madrid, starting the day in first, could fall to 2nd. Mathematically even 3rd, but they do have those 2 games in hand.
And it's a tentative lead because his team's been pinned back for much of this game, but he has shown his team's got a sting in the tail, whether it be the referee's assistant or the referee himself. It's been nullified. And this 1-goal lead, making Zidane sweat on his bald head, I think, a little bit.
But Quique
he's
Sanchez
looking at the bench and seeing that talent to come in, that'll make him feel a little cooler.
Morata, dangerous ball, but and it does find its way through. Vasquez tries to stop and start, chips it back, flicked off Ronaldo, side volley Morata, but cleared away. And then it's Casemiro trying to recreate magic. The Brazilian scored on a similar volley last week, but couldn't duplicate it here. Marcelo was thinking maybe lightning would strike twice. Kroos stepping up into the spot vacated by Kovacic, with Casemiro anchoring the midfield 3. Wide for Aaron. Aaron Martin in, not quite long enough. Headed across for Papa, too much separation.
Quick
Kroos
turn,
intercepts.
good release. Overlaps coming strong.
Espanyol with numbers
Ignored.
back,
Too late.
though. Possession
Good run
maintained.
by Toni Kroos there.
Like Ronaldo, not happy with the run of Isco. And now a follow through sees Nacho down. Maybe Perez leaving the knee in. Right into the back. Charlie Horse time. Into the area, Vasquez. Little bit of a touch from Lopez, takes it out for the corner. That should be number 10. There's Modric also with a good look. Not dressed today. Nicaraguan-born Costa Rican Duarte with his hands full here. Kroos again, loose at that near post. Well cleared by Espanyol. Piatti giving chase. He is the danger man, but they've kept him in check. Ray, no one in La Liga has been involved in a greater percentage of his team's goals than the 5'4" Argentine. 7 goals, 7 assists, involved in 14 of Espanyol's 30. That's nearly half. But he hasn't had a chance here today. Fuego back. Reyes wide. And on the wrong side of the chalk. Let's go. Cutting it fine. Marte intercepts. Diop getting rid of it. Poke free. Gerard trying to find Piatti, but no. And now another collision as Diop going in. And it looks like he'll join the yellow card brigade. Casemiro.
Senegalese man comes in, reaches in to block, but takes the standing foot of Casemiro, which intent there is there, debatable, but probably the right call by the ref.
Gerard, Diop, and Fuego all with cautions for Espanyol.
A little unlucky there.
Isco, the only Real Madrid player still on the field with one. Don't forget, plenty more going on. Barnsley Brighton on beIN Sports 3 on beIN Sports Connect. Marseille and Rouen also available on Channel 4.
Magic.
Morata in.
Oh!
Ronaldo
It's
over.
superlative football from Alvaro. And take a look at this again. It's a beautiful kiss right by the defender there in an absolutely beautiful searching cross. The right height and the right weight, but maybe just an inch too high for Cristiano. But look at the height CR7 gets there. As I said, looking like a kangaroo jumping off a trampoline there. Tremendous height. Wonderful play from Morata.
Back to midfield by Diego Lopez. Straight to Varane, who
very comfortable
retreats.
when he moves out to that left side as well, Morata. Nice change of him as the Welsh samurai warms up.
Gareth Bale.
Finally, he re-enters the fray in a long time. A Welsh dragon.
Chance for Ronaldo. Checking the mirrors, Isco. Sweeps it wide for Vasquez.
Should be the Welsh fire-breathing dragon. See if he lights it up here.
Isco
Applause will be
onside.
deafening when he comes in.
Good defense though by Jurado.
A player
Now who comes out? Will it
about
be
to
Isco?
enter that was absolutely irreplaceable on their quest for La Decima. And everybody in this stadium will stand up, not just the real partisan lads and lasses up there, but he is proven to be a continually improving player with each and every season that he's performed. As Isco's masterpiece here gets framed, a masterpiece of a pass that should be hung up in the Louvre. Marvellous header from Alvaro as well.
If his masterpiece is hung up, the paintbrush hung up with it as Morata exits. Gareth Bale in. He'll slide out to a flank, and most likely Ronaldo will slide up to that center channel again.
What Morata would be kept in for important minutes for his confidence as well in this game. Oh,
It has stripped.
it's a real tactical move there from Zinedine Zidane, ignoring the fact that he's been patient, Morata, in holding on for his chances. He has worked very, very hard in this game, so maybe it's just a question of the energy supply running down for Alvaro, but I'm a bit disappointed not to see him retained in there.
feeling he probably feels the same way.
Now they wait for so long. I mean, Benzema is a world-class striker, Phil. There's not too many opportunities for Morata to come in.
Evan McDonald.
See him getting that wonderful go-ahead goal. What's this?
Evan asking if you think now that Bale is back, will Ronaldo see a little more time on the Well, he has been pulled by Zidane. Here's a long-range shot a long way away. And the first time didn't go over too well, but I think a little chat calming the waters. Ronaldo is 32 now, so why not save him for the big matches? Although he does seem to be hitting a rich vein of form. Piatti again not shying away even with that helmet on. Either is Perez with his mask. Fractured nose.
Play.
And a fractured skull. Final quarter hour approach is still the barest of margins in Real Madrid's favor. Only one shot for Espanyol in the second half. It only takes one. Bale stays in play. Gets some help from Nacho. Ronaldo back.
Good feet. That's a lovely ball.
Into space for Isco.
Options here.
Vasquez wide. Two on his inside. Looking to return the favor. Slapped away and bobbled, but Lopez pounces on top. Acing on this near side, Quique Sanchez Flores.
Good play from Moreno, but better play from Varane.
Another toothless attack from Espanyol. Full credit to Real Madrid's dentists. Near side, Bale. On the left of note, intended to play right and towards the center. Zidane with 3 months to think about it. But on Samiro, Vasquez.
Nice double hitch there. Wonderful little bit of skill there from Lucas Vasquez. Dummying over the ball with that right foot leads to this.
Casemiro with a cross-like pass in for Isco. And they'll have to settle for the corner, number 12. Lopez leaning off his line, now drops, cleared to the top of the box, flicked on Jurado. Here's Piatti, but quickly shut down by Carvajal. Almost the entirety, it seems, of this second half played in the Espanyol end.
And yet, it still seems there's a sense about this game that there's a goal out there somewhere. In these witching minutes, 15 left, plus added time, the feeling that there's going to be another goal. Varane sensing he's going to have to keep that back door securely locked, whereas Casilla, looking down at the other end, his counterpart Lopez, know that his team have been very much in control of this second half, but still not able to get that insurance goal. They come again.
One thing of note, if he wants to risk it, he does have Alvaro Vasquez and Felipe Caicedo available on the bench. Vasquez showing some flashy feet in his time at Getafe. Caicedo, the Ecuadorian.
Yeah, big box of toys.
Bale, strong left foot, forced across. Ronaldo maintains possession. Carvajal creates his own little half volley that Lopez shuts down at the doorstep.
There's that look. Isco goes to the right and maybe should have picked out Ronaldo to the left, who had Duarte one-on-one had it been delivered.
Real Madrid throw in. Is a bit of a gamble. They are keeping Real Madrid at bay somehow, but no threat of scoring themselves. Vasquez into the area, drops for Kroos, burst of speed. Now on the follow through as Espanyol tries to clear. Fuego tripped up.
And the heart and the focus personified by Jurado this time, ex-Real Madrid lad. Comes in, there's another great look at this wonderful ball from Morata, and then it's a tremendous attempt. The height he gets on that, wonderful. Score prompts his attack.
Isco makes the run on the inside,
nice
looking
ball.
Towards Vasquez. Ronaldo in position. The shot low to the near post, but wide.
Good attack where the ball could be, should be. Cristiano away. But Toni Kroos goes for gold. Far away.
Morata's 7th of the season, the difference in this one. Dozen minutes left. Just maybe 3 minutes or so of added time. DJ Michael Fuego talking about transfers.
I don't see why anybody would want to add to this team, because sometimes you get a lot of subtraction by addition in football. So they're happy, they're very balanced. They've got wonderful cover right, left and centre on all lines. I don't know why they would probably go out and dip into the transfer window, and who knows, they may not be allowed to.
Now, would they let anyone go? We talked about all of those players. Modric not even dressed today, and they still have Thomas on the bench and Asensio as well. And a wealth of riches, and Zidane.
It's, again, marvelous how he's kept them all happy, hungry and eager to keep staying here in Madrid and not go for the riches of the EPL, because they know they're at the greatest club in world football, Real Madrid, and don't get many other opportunities to come back. There's Marcelo. It's as if he's coming in for Nacho now.
To be guessing he was supposed to get a day off, but Nacho appears to be injured, trying to go down the other end. Vasquez in a tangle with Aaron Martin, but a 5-point takedown.
What do you mean 5 point?
A little Greco-Roman.
Well, what's 5 point? Where's the 5 points?
It's almost a pin.
All in wrestling, what it is.
10 minutes left, and he'll go in the book.
Lovely position here for the big boys to attack. Now here's problems for Espanyol. Gareth Bale, Varane, Cristiano, try covering them three. The ball has obviously got to be delivered into that area. That space between Diego Lopez and his back line is the magnificent Marcelo enters.
Good game for Nacho, and something wicked this way comes. Substitution meanwhile for Espanyol, and it will be Alvaro Vasquez. Caicedo still anchored to the bench. Vasquez, the 25-year-old from Badalona, Espanyol youth player. By way of Getafe and then back to Espanyol. Prado exits, more of a playmaker. Vasquez more of a line leader. Inside, smashed down by Pepe, but off target.
Difficult for him, knows it just needs a little slick header here. Nice ball played in, he attacks the near post. Poor header by Pepe, by his high standards. Goes for that near post with a bullet header instead of glancing it across. Falta.
Another foul, this one Casemiro. Head as the player down.
Well, he was a victim of a similar one earlier, so the referee calling it both ways. Let's take a look and replay. The camera will see. Very little. He gets a touch of the ball right here before the contact's made on the running leg. Casemiro goes to play the ball. He gets the ball. Oh, he's got a good axe to grind against the ref. Can he make anything of this?
By the way, just taking a look, the last quarter hour, 60 to 75 minutes, the best Espanyol has done. Ball whipped inside, Piatti cleared away. And they, even then, in their best period, only had 42% of possession. Laid off gingerly by Pepe. Ronaldo thought Kroos would stay. Now he'll get a second chance. Out wide Isco, and Bale has the motors revving. Into stride for the Welshman. 3 across if he can find him. Goes for goal!
Magic!
And he's back! And in style!
They don't pick him up! And it's like picking up water when Gareth Bale has got this much space to attack. This is a goal that'll break the internet. The Welsh samurai, fire-breathing dragon, arrives back and says, "Do you remember me? Let me introduce myself." The beautiful ball to feed, the right pass at the right time. Play it in here. Cristiano finds you-know-who, the little bearded, bandy-legged beauty. Isco feeds it in. Gareth says, "I see you, lads. Tony, Cristiano, but I don't need you." The angles are equated beautifully. He gets the angles down better than Pythagoras. Here's what the birds see. Lucky birds. Beautiful ball. He sees a rate arriving targets and again goes solo. Wonderful attempt to cover him up, but no chance.
Back on the score sheet, 6th goal of the season, his first since the start of November, and that one surely puts this on ice. Credit to Isco, set up the first with a beautiful cross, and this time, well, what is it, 1 if by air, 2 if by ground?
The pass was as pretty basic as you get. A to B. That B was Bale, and he was a buzzing. A beautiful finish, this.
Good game for Cristiano, but nothing to show for it yet.
We talk about the danger of that wonderful alacrity from Gareth Bale. Not many players in world football can make up that space to invite the pass from Isco. Gareth Bale, reportedly the fastest player in world football, and he showed it there.
And it was such a strange injury, swept away from Piatti. But if there was any doubt that he might not have that speed back, I think he just erased it there.
Well, gotta say it, a little cruel for Espanyol, because they have flown their flag proudly and well here today, knowing that they're playing the world champs who have been in imperious form. Quique Sanchez-Flores is moderate and conservative in his setup, and there's been times where it looks as if it's going to pay off, but eventually the class of Real Madrid's cream rises to the top, and it's done it again.
And he kind of landing awkwardly as he seemed to be trying to avoid a collision here. Dragged something at the very end.
Another look at it. He's already seen his targets arriving. He's taken them into consideration. Then he sees the tiny little window of opportunity open, and then that's all he needed.
A goal here would make things interesting, to say the least. Fuego out wide. Not a lot of height out there. Carvajal appears to be okay. Isco, Kroos. The clockwork ticking. Ronaldo. A foot race.
Yeah,
Duarte.
Going to win that one.
Well, there might have been a time, but the crowd appreciates the effort. And they're not done yet. Toni Kroos switches Carvajal. Bale in the middle. But a weak effort. That was actually Vasquez as Carvajal stayed back. It took him 3 months to get back on the field. Ray only took him 13 minutes to get back on the score sheet. Benzema not dressing today. Has been playing well, but now with Morata on the score sheet and Bale returned and doing the same.
Look at Isco. Still wonderfully running himself into the ground. That's a great ball.
Carvajal drops. Ronaldo tries to strike Duarte with a strong challenge. Ronaldo looking for a foul, but no.
No, there's nothing there. It's a wonderful reach in from Duarte.
Stolen right back, though. Just over Bale. Deflected.
See this in replay. In lifetime, it looked like Duarte got there well ahead. There's a beautiful ball from Casemiro, brilliantly controlled by Carvajal, fed into Cristiano. He's covered right here. Wait on race, and that's a great tackle for me.
Approaching the 90th. Kroos looking for a third. Tries to sneak it through. Here's Perez. They have numbers forward. Batman and Robin both on this near side. Perez in for Piatti, but it pops up on the Argentine, and there's Pepe to pounce. Well, there's not going to be a lot of time off. They have 2 games to make up. One will be made up on Wednesday, and it is on the beIN Sports schedule, as they will travel to Valencia. This is the match delayed because of the Club World Cup.
Great ball by Isco.
Vasquez in the 18.
Nicely.
Drops it back towards Bale, but Fuego was there. They still have that weather-related delay against Celta Vigo. And if they stay alive against Napoli, there's not going to be any time off until the very end of the season. Real will be glad to have this depth.
But once Cristiano doesn't extend his run to that near post, Marcelo sends the invite in, thinking that Cristiano will dart to that front post. Look out.
Pepe, just too much. Credit to the referee Undiano for getting out of the way, and another chance created by Real.
He's made hard runs all night long. This one just takes a shift off, thinking that Marcelo will find him anyhow. No goals on the Dark Invader, but a real decent game, decidedly so.
Well,
but this Real Madrid side, all over the field, been very assured. Toni Kroos has been magnificent. This, for me, is man of the match. The bearded, bow-legged, bandy-legged, bearded beauty, Isco.
They all getting rid of it quickly. Kroos across. This would leave Real Madrid atop the table.
So much ground over this game, Isco, and look at him. He's still continually making himself available time and time again.
Marcelo threads the needle. Bale in front, cleared before Ronaldo.
They don't give him it every time, but what that does, wonderful elusive availability that Isco brings, it opens up other options like this. And there's Isco.
To Isco, looking to cap it off. Ronaldo seemed to be held, and they are pointing.
Well, looks like he'll get his goal here, because this will be Ronaldo. Or have they not? Have they given it?
Offside initially. Waving off the penalty.
Wonderfully applaudable ball here from Isco. Just as I was singing his praises and banging the drum about him from the rooftops, he comes up again, sends the defenders the wrong way, and this is onside all day, and it's a pull down on Cristiano. And how this referee doesn't see this as a pure penalty is beyond me. Once again, referees devoid of an exercise machine for their eyes. A brilliant ball from Isco. Cristiano is getting yanked down to the ground, and Mayenko says, well, I see it, but you really don't need it. Cristiano has different options and a different opinion. Wonderful by Real Madrid. The magic man bounces back for them. Gareth Bale lighting it up. Isco, magisterial.
Taking a look at our man of the match, and it is Isco setting up both today, Ray.
Absolutely. Again, wonderful header from Morata. Let's not discount that, but Isco had his fingerprints all over this pitch, and not just in his architecture for both goals. So it was an impressive performance from Real Madrid and Espanyol. Well played, the Parakeets. They fly home with nada.
Top of the table for Real.